Hey, it's KJ. Welcome to my channel. Today we are making fish extenders for our upcoming Disney cruise. Now, I made a fish extender for our last Disney cruise last year when we went on the Wish. Now, this year my sister and her family are coming, so I'm making their fish extender, so I thought I would share that with you guys. If you're unfamiliar with what a fish extender is, I believe it is only on Disney Cruise Line, but if it's on other cruise lines, let me know in the comments down below. But as far as I know, it is a Disney Cruise Line thing. So what it is you put something on the hook outside your door. I believe once upon a time they were actually hooks shaped like fish, and I believe some of them still are fish. But when we went on the Wish last year, we had a Cinderella stagecoach as our hook, you know, our fish extender hook. So that was what was outside of our door. So what it is there's a hook outside of your door on Disney Cruise Line, and you can hang something from it. So typically it's like little, you know, bags, some kind of setup. So I made ours last year. Now, if you want to participate in fish extenders, then you have to join the Facebook group for your particular cruise. We didn't do fish extenders with our Facebook group last year or this year. We're going to just pixie dust our own children, or, you know, if anyone else wants to pixie dust us, then we will be lucky if that happens. And then how we did it was every night before dinner, I just stuck something in the fish extender for our kids so that before dinner they had an activity to do, and it was something they were excited about and something they hadn't seen before. So if you don't want to participate in the fish extenders, you can still have one and maybe you'll get pixie dusted. Or if you want to pixie dust your own children, which I highly recommend because it just gives them an activity that they've never seen before that they're excited about. And the dinners are really long on Disney Cruise Line. They're like 2+ hours long. So my kids, I don't know about you guys, but my kids do not take 2 hours to eat. So we have to fill that time. So that is what I did last year and what we will be doing this year. So if you want to see how to make a fish extender for your Disney cruise, then just keep watching. So to make your fish extender, you're going to need some sort of bag or some kind of holder. So what I got were these little craft bags from the Dollar Tree. These were $1.25 each, so you guys can see they're just these little craft bags here. I got them in blue and red so that I can alternate them, and they came 2 in a pack. Now you might want something larger than this. These are pretty small, but they do fit an 8x12 notebook or something like that. Like, so I got a few 8x12 things for my kids for their fish extenders. So it does fit that. So they're like coloring books and things that will fit in there. But if you're thinking that you want it to be a little more durable or hold heavier things, then I would get bigger bags. You can definitely check out Etsy, but if you want to make your own, just make sure you get larger bags. Maybe you just use like canvas tote bags, like larger ones. You can do that as well. So this is the base of my fish extender. And then in order to decorate them, I'm going to use my Cricut, and I'm going to be printing out some designs, and then I'm going to iron those on, and that's what I'm going to use to make my fish extender. Now, if you don't have a Cricut, you can definitely order things from Etsy. You can order little iron-on things, or you can find iron-on things in the store. Dollar Tree also has iron-on letters that you can cut out individually, and you can put them on there. So if you wanted to put your kids' names on them, you know, you could put like John Smith on here and just, you know, iron them on individually. So you can do that. So if you don't have a Cricut, don't worry. Dollar Tree and other craft stores do sell iron-on letters. Or if you wanted to go to a place like Hobby Lobby, I know they have like the patches. Michael's probably has them too, but I know Hobby Lobby definitely has them. So if you wanted to get like cool patches, you can iron on those as well, or sew them on, or like stick them on. Some of them are like stickers, like not stickers, but like they stick to material. That's what they're for. But for my purposes, I'm going to be using my Cricut. So let's go and print out those designs. And here is how they turned out. So I did 2 sisters because I have 2 nieces. So it was 2 layers. I have the Minnie Mouse bow here, and then it just says sister on the bottom. So I did that twice, 1 for each niece. And then for my sister and my brother-in-law, I have here the same that I have. It says mom and dad. So now we are going to iron on our designs. So I have 3 bags here. So I have 1 for my sister and my brother-in-law, and then I have the 2 for the girls. So what I think I'm going to do though is I'm going to make it similar to mine. I'm going to do the every other design. So we'll have a red, a blue, and a red. So now I am by no means a Cricut expert, but I'm just going to share with you some things that I have learned along the way. So what I like to do first is I like to lint roll my material. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to lint roll all of them at the same time just so that that step is done. All right, so all of my bags are lint rolled, and then I'm going to fold it in half so I can get the seam down the middle here, so that basically I know where the center is. So now I'm going to take my first design here, which is the mom and dad one, and I'm gonna center it as best I can. And now I have to prep my Cricut iron. Now that my Cricut Easy Press is all ready to go, I'm going to take my little Teflon here because, again, if you guys go back and watch my tutorial from last year, I'm pretty sure I showed that I burned up one of these bags, and it didn't ruin my iron, thankfully, but it did get stuck to it, so I had to wait for it to completely cool down, which takes like an hour, and then clean it all off. So that was a fun time. So make sure, depending on what type of material you are using, you use your Teflon. I just always use the Teflon anyway, just because I like to. So anyway, now that we know the heat, I'm going to iron this bad boy on. So here we go. So I just ironed it on. So what I'm going to do is let it cool off first. Here's what it looks like on the bag. Sorry, there's like the glare there. So I'm going to let this cool off before I take the paper off, because for this type of material, if I pull it off too soon, it won't stay on. So I'm going to do the other ones off camera, and then I'll show you what they look like once I'm done, and then we will put our fish extenders together. So here's how the bags turned out. We have mom and dad, that is for my sister and my brother-in-law, and then we have one for my older niece, my 4-year-old niece, that says sister, and then one for my 1-year-old niece. So depending on what you use or what kind of bags you use to make your fish extender, you're going to want to cut off the front handle here. So that is what I'm going to do, and the reason for that is so that when they are hanging, you don't have this handle here, it just will open up like a little pocket. So when it's all finished, you guys will understand what I'm saying, but for now, I'm just going to cut off all the front handles on the 3 bags I have here. So now you guys can see we have a nice little pocket here, so if someone wants to pixie dust you, or if you're doing your fish extender, it will just hang open like this, which is great. So that's why you have to get rid of the handle. But now the next step is to put our fish extender together. So depending on which one is going to be the top and the one that's going to be hanging from the hook, we're going to be leaving this one alone. We're not going to be cutting it because this is where the fish extender is going to hang from. So for my sister and brother-in-law, theirs is the top. So again, I'm not touching their handle is staying intact. However, for my nieces, I need to cut their handle so that I can attach it. I mean, I could leave it, I suppose, but I wanted to leave more room in between them. I want to give them like maximum space in between. So I am going to be cutting the handle right down the middle. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just when you attach it, do your best to make it even. But I'm going to be cutting the handle for both of my nieces so that I can attach them. So now you guys can see this is what I am left with, and this is how I'm going to attach them. So now if you want to, if you're a sewer, you can by all means, if you want to sew, go right ahead. I am going to be using hot glue to attach mine. So I'm going to flip over the bags like this, and I'm going to be doing every other. So I'm going to do red, blue, red. And I'm just going to do, you know, kind of eyeball it. Again, I want to give them a lot of space in between. And what I'm going to do just to sort of measure it, I'm going to fold them like this, just so I have like a little mark if you want to use a Sharpie or something to mark it. But these bags, I basically can just fold over like this to mark where I want them to be. So that looks pretty even to me. So now I'm going to take my hot glue and I'm going to glue them together. And just to make them even, so when I go for the second bag, I'm going to line it up with the first one. And same thing, I'm just going to sort of fold it over to mark about where I want to put it. That way they're about even. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect, guys. Just do your best. So I'm going to do my best here. The good thing is I'm using hot glue, so worst case scenario, I can pull it off and try again, but hopefully I get it right the first time. So here is a look at the final product. I'll show you guys a little bit up close. So here we have the top where it's going to hang from. Again, this is for my sister and brother-in-law. That'll be theirs. Then I have my 4-year-old niece, and then I have my 1-year-old niece. So I think it came out really cute. I think it's just, I don't know, so adorable and really easy to make. So if you guys want to make your own fish extender, don't be afraid. You can definitely do it. All of my supplies were basically from the Dollar Tree. Now, I did use the Cricut, but like I said, if you wanted to buy iron-on patches or iron-on letters from the Dollar Tree, you could do that as well. So in total, if I just wanted to put names on it, it would have cost me $3.75. So $3.75 for the bags, and then it would have cost me probably another like $3.75 to get 3 different letter packs. So not too bad. So for under $10, you can make yourself a really cute fish extender. Now, I did use my Cricut. I already had the vinyl, so to make this one, not counting the material I already had. It really cost me like $3.75 to make this. So it doesn't have to be super over the top if you don't want it to be, especially if this is your first Disney cruise and you're just trying it out. You're not sure if you're gonna like it. Maybe you don't wanna go all in. So this is a great way to make your fish extender. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed making this fish extender with me. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel. If you're new and you like the content, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button down below, turn it from red to gray, join our internet fam here. I have a lot of cruise content coming up. We are going on a Disney cruise very soon, like a week from today, a week from today, the day that I'm filming this. So we're going very soon. I'm gonna have a ton of cruise content. So make sure you guys go and check that out. And if you guys have any ideas on what to put in fish extenders, drop it in the comments down below. I'm always looking for ideas. And with that, I will see you guys real soon. Bye.